So there's a couple of things that I wanted to do today, and one is, well, we'll go and take a look and I'll show you what it is that we're talking about. But I made a video the other day. Millie's telling everyone about it already. That dog is a Marima, I think it is. Beautiful dog. Now, I don't know if you can see the little head of the dachshund sticking its little head up, but it's quite a game. It's a staring competition to see who breaks first. And now Millie's acting all nonchalant, as if she's not even in the game. Oh, here we go. She's heavily outnumbered and outbarked by three of them compared to her. And the thing about Millie too is she's actually now 10 years old. You wouldn't think it to look at her, but she's got a bit of arthritis, poor love, so when she does that running up and down the fence, often at night she starts limping, so it's going to be hard on the old joints. Anyway, look, here we are. This is the Nissan Navara. Yeah, you're limping already. You can see left front leg is already limping, but she's not moving. Silly Billy. Anyway, this is the Nissan Navara. We'll hop up in the tub and I'll show you what we've got to do. I jumped up here the other day. I was trying to pull a branch out of a tree, and I noticed on the roof some pretty impressive rust. So none of it is deep, but it does need to be fixed before it becomes deep. Right, so it's not as simple as you might think, because it's got a lock on it with the number N130. The number's the same on both, so there's a key obviously, which I don't have. Same on both sides. And without a key there's nothing much I can do about it, so what I'm going to do is tackle those that I can reach, maybe hand sand the one that I can't get to with the tool because it's underneath the roof rack, but then also see if I can get a key so I can get this off. Katana. We managed to get the tool in underneath here, so we could get that done as well. So there are a few spots, so we've just done our best to remove any loose rust and surrounding paint. We'll give it a wipe over now with some methylated spirits. You recall in the Troopy video, and I'll link to that in the description, how we used action gel for action men. Well, let's give that a shot. I'm going to dab it on each of those up there and then leave it for half an hour and come back and see what happens. So we put on the action gel, and it's been on now for, well, about an hour. Let's go and grab some water and rinse it off. We'll leave it overnight. Tomorrow we'll come back and we'll put bog in the ones that need it, you know, such as here, for example, where the metal's pitted, and then we'll hit it with some primer and chase down some touch-up paint. Well, a couple of things. One is that I thought I was recording the rubbing down of the roof of the Navara, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But for some reason or other, something happened and it didn't get recorded. The other thing is I've now actually got a key for those roof racks. So let's see if we can get the roof racks off, and then we can get at this roof properly. So first step first, this is where we're up to, and because this was done a few days ago, a little bit of surface rust has reappeared here, so we can just give that a light rust treatment. But let's have a look at these roof racks first. So having a key doesn't necessarily guarantee we can get it off, because I actually don't know how it does come off. But what I did do is I went around with the WD-40 and gave it a bit of a squirt all around to try and free everything up, because probably been on there for a long time. This is a 2005 or 6, 2006 I think model, so it could easily have been on there for, I don't know, damn near 20 years. Key turns. What happens next? There we go. So that pulls off. It rotates, but what's it doing when it rotates? Oh, I see. It's providing access to something in there. Well, it seems as if this has got lock and a kind of an arrow on it. So let's see if this pulls right out. And what good does that do? And then this has a little arrow with the word lock. So I suspect that this might pop open, which it does. But what does that do for us? The whole thing comes right out. Now I'm wondering if that then locks that onto something on there. So let's go around to the other side. Look, it's all coming together. This here is a kind of a hex head. Well, it's square actually, but this is then used to unscrew the mounting bolt. Just kind of interesting, isn't it? So I don't know exactly how it... I think it's just that clamp. So let's just tape. We go around to the other side and we'll loosen that one. And there we have it. So it's not immediately intuitive, but if you loosen this, that enables that to pull out. Then it acts as its own driver, I suppose, to release this clamp, so you can then just loosen it and pull it right off. So let's do the rear one. And that's it. Now we'll clean all of this up here, because there's tape there, obviously, just trying to stop scuffing or scraping of the feet against the bodywork, and there's also a little locating pin. Obviously water gets in there and gets a little rusty, so we'll clean that up too. But it now gives us full access to the roof. So let's get on and do some rust treatment. So we've done this before. This is the rust converter that we use. I used that Action Man gel the other day to try and remove a lot of it, but where it still stays, we'll just convert it. So as before, put some in the lid. Don't use it straight out of the bottle. Now you actually should see this start to turn black pretty well straight away, as it chemically converts the oxide it says not to get it on the paint, but I actually don't think it matters all that much up here, especially of course when we're planning on painting. Now I did manage to track some spray paint down, some cans of Duplicolor, right, Nissan white. They will do, I reckon, for a roof, seeing as I didn't even see this was here until I jumped up in the tub like I am now. Yeah, just once it blackens, you'll see that orange there turning to a black. Luckily it stayed together so far at least. So that little hole is what I was talking about, which is the locating pin. I'll just go and grab something to clean it all up, and the best thing to use is a polish. Now this is a cut and polish. I don't intend on using it with a firm hand, so I'll just give it a very, very light rub. So we've touched everything up, including running down here. You can see how that orange rust turns to black. We'll wash it, we'll wipe it down with methylated spirits, which helps with the drying, and then we'll spray some primer on. So we've washed it, wiped it down with methylated spirits, and then sprayed it with some primer. Now primer is not 100% water resistant, but it will do until we can get some of that bog into those ones that we spoke about. So if we sand them all back, we'll see exactly what it is that we need to fill. So the other day we what did we do? the other day we now I remember the other day what did we do? The other day we